Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening to another episode of Fullbuddy Cast. We've got our Fullbuddy Fantasy Football Week 7 edition. We've got Craig and Corey Bentley, as usual. We've also got our IT guy, Kyle Pierce, who's putting things together, KP. And we're all going to go through this. It's quick, 15 minutes. We might have to fudge it just a little bit because we've got Kyle now adding a body. But what we're going to look at today is Week 7. This is getting released Sunday morning. We're going to go with your stardoms, your sit-ems, your waiver pickup, if you can pick them up real quick, if you're not in a league that has AIDS that doesn't allow you to pick anything up real quick. That's the one that we may be a part of, me and Kyle. And then we're also going to talk about our Pickem. Pickem. If you could put a Pickem in, that's what we got. So, right off the bat, who's ready to go with the who you starting? You have to start them if you have them.
Mike Davis.
You knew that was coming.
You know what? I feel like it's almost like this SNL, like the Bears. Mike Ditka. You're the Mike Davis, the Panthers.
At least another week.
Yeah, until he's supposed to be back. What, week 9, week 8?
Yeah, they got by and then
Yeah. So,
Just one guy.
it's just one guy.
Yeah.
Mike.
We end up going around more.
We might throw a couple of other people
I
out.
took it literally one guy from week 3 on.
Yeah, he's been one guy for a while. I'm going to go Terry McLaurin against Dallas because they're 30th against preventing receivers scoring. So that's my guy.
Okay.
Mine's pretty easy, Travis. It's really just anybody against the Jets. You should probably start the left tackle if you can. He's going to have the game of his life. But Josh Allen had a couple down weeks, and he'll be back on track.
I like that. I like that a lot. Good job, Kyle. Before I do mine, I got to pull this puppy up. But last week, I said you got to start Deshaun Watson. You have to start him. I was actually playing Kyle in our league, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go with Ben Roethlisberger. So I went up against against myself, my own advice, like an idiot, and I lost to Kyle by like 4 points. I would have blown Kyle out of the water by at least 20 points if I would have played Deshaun Watson. Instead, I lost like an idiot. So
Let's go back to the standings and look at the score of that game, and just
no.
Should we?
No.
I think we should, Travis.
I'd like to know what it was.
Well, I told Travis this today. You guys watch that game last night?
Of course I did.
Did you see Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
His fantastic run.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
then-
I thought it
That's
was awesome.
Travis's fantasy
That was my
football
game.
He starts out so well.
I do.
And then crash and burn so hard.
It's true. I should be 4-2 right now. I'm so mad. But I'm 3-3 and I'm okay with that. All right. So who I'm starting, my must start right now is got to be Julio Jones because he's back. He's going against the 12th or 25th ranked defense. Last week you had Matt Ryan who just started finding his rhythm again, which he had lost like week 5 and 4. But I would say Julio Jones or Calvin Ridley for that. Don't start Joe Mixon. That's my don't start. So I would also, if I could
Isn't
have,
he hurt anyway?
yeah, he is. That's what I'm saying. So
He picks guys that are out.
yeah,
Easier.
if you have
Don't start Dan Quinn.
well, what I'm saying is, if you have Giovanni Bernard, he's my other must start. If you have Giovanni Bernard, play him if you happen to have him. But
This is your chance.
we may be jumping ahead to waiver wire because he could be on the waiver wire too. So those are my 2 must starts. Any other must starts for you guys?
Probably anybody in the Seattle-Arizona game.
Kyler Murray, Kenyon Drake. Hopkins make me hurt a little bit. I'd still start him if he had one leg.
How do you guys think Derrick Henry's going to do? Derrick Henry is going up against Pittsburgh. That's the 3rd ranked rushing defense, stopping the run. Do you think Derrick Henry is going to pull off a 95-yard run? Do you think he's going to go big yards, big points this week, or no? What are you doing with him?
Well, I meant you're starting him.
Yeah,
But, I mean, I think he's going to get his own.
expectations.
Yeah, I think he's going to get his own. But I think Tannehill's going to throw the ball around more than run him.
So then would you start the A.J. Brown is questionable now. I think Corey Davis is back from his four-year quarantine of COVID. And then they've got Jonu Smith, who's been activated. He was questionable all week. So you picking up those guys. Are you starting those guys then?
If I had to, based on bye weeks, maybe. But if I had a better play, I probably wouldn't.
Okay.
Anybody over Derrick Henry? No way.
Derrick Henry, he's just the man right now.
Yeah, Tannehill, I would try to find somebody else, but I would start Henry.
All right, any other must starts?
No.
That people may not start? Devin Singletary.
If you can start T. Higgins, because that last game that Cleveland-Cincinnati was pretty high scoring, and Cleveland's 29th against receivers.
So do you trust Burrow at this point?
Yeah, they're going to throw the ball a lot. So even if they're not going to win a game,
with
he's
mixing
going
out?
to throw.
I'd like to start Michael Thomas. At least once this year. He's been sitting on my bench the entire year.
Good call. Hey, guys, that's my first sit-em is sit Michael Thomas. All right. So any sit-ems you're gonna want to like put them away for this week. Quarterbacks out there, any sort of defenses?
I would bench if you have Hayden Hurst. There's a lot of tight ends on bye this week, but I would still bench him because Detroit is so good against the tight end right now.
Damn it.
It's because they have 5 in the practice squad.
Well, they've held the tight end below 10 4 times this year, and they're 4th against the tight end. So I think they're going to find other ways to do it. It wouldn't surprise me if he gets one. That last touchdown he had last week was like a busted coverage. So, I mean, there's a chance for but I
Who scored that? Freaking Justin Jefferson too. That was fun, wasn't it? Gosh.
And to add to your people, did not play Austin Hooper, had emergency appendectomy, and he's out now.
Yeah, I saw that. So if you see that, definitely sit him. I had to shuffle my guys around. Who else you not starting?
I'm not starting Juju,
Ever.
even if you're forced to.
Why's that?
Wait, I'm forced to start Juju. So I'm going to start him, but I wouldn't start him if I was you. Because he's found another receiver in Claypool, who at some point I didn't know who he was, and I thought he was their left tackle, literally.
Are you on the Claypool train?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. Me
No.
neither. Me neither.
I'm not either.
I mean, is Claypool the next Mike Evans who scores 40 one week and
Yes.
2 the next?
Yes. And he's got
What did he score last
He's
week?
got tattoos on his arms too. So yes. He scored. I think he actually scored like 19. Let me find out.
Did you guys see the tattoo that is on Trent Brown's
Dude,
arm?
that tattoo is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh. It's him with like 2 strippers.
Yeah, to answer your question about Claypool, what did he get last week? He's not going to do this every week, guys. But he got 16, respectable. I mean, it's respectable, but it's not no 41.
They give him running plays, though.
Yes, but they also did it for Chenault, too. And are you guys sold on Chenault? Are you guys starting Chenault in anything, or is he like...
I mean, I like him, but...
I do like him as a player because I followed him when he was at Colorado, but I don't know that...
He's like a Swiss Army knife.
They do everything.
You're never going to... There's the guys like Derrick Henry that you're going to start no matter what.
Right.
And then Chenault's a spot start against, or maybe you find a matchup that you like.
Yeah, or someone's injured, you got to
Yes.
throw someone in. Chenault's like the Taysom Hill, in my opinion. Just put him anywhere.
What's surprising me, he actually looks, he's a big guy. He looks small, but I think he's like 6'2", isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like not a small receiver, so he could actually be pretty good.
Boston Scott looked like Darren Sproles, like
Yeah, that catch looked horrible.
That catch was amazing.
No, it was not.
That catch was amazing because I randomly started Carson Wentz.
wow, you got the first touchdown, ran it in. He actually probably scored you some points
He
too.
had like 30 points.
Yeah, wow,
That's a good start.
that's a great start.
Horrible. I lost a lot of money yesterday.
Because of that?
Yeah, bets on the game.
Are you starting Allen Robinson against the LA Rams? He's the number 1 passing defense LA Rams right now, and I feel like you've got Nick Foles? Is Nick Foles trusting? Do you trust Nick Foles and put Allen Robinson, even though he's had a great year so far? Do you trust him?
I have Allen Robinson. I'm starting him.
Okay.
I think with like a lot of these guys, what are your other options? Like Allen Robinson's a stud receiver. Who are you going to bench him for? Even there's certain guys that you just have to play. Even with their matchup.
Are you playing Odell? Is Odell now starting to become a swing player where you might, if you have better receivers, more consistent, that you're putting him on the bench more often?
I've seen people benching him.
I love Odell. He hands out hundreds. So, but no, I wouldn't start him. But I was just looking at that Chicago LA game, and I don't know that I would start anybody in that game. Jared Goff.
On either side.
Jared Goff is going to pee down his leg when Khalil Mack burps. And so you take out Woods and Kupp. And then Allen Robinson, I might start. Garoppolo kind of tore them up last week. But it was quick stuff.
Yeah.
If Chicago can do the same thing, then maybe Allen Robinson's a bigger guy. Maybe not built for the quick stuff.
Right.
Maybe Miller from them would be an okay start. But
do you trust Jimmy Graham yet? Like, are you? Every time I see him score, I'm like, man, I should have picked him up. And then I see him on the waiver wire, and I'm like, I ain't picking him up the next week. And then I had to
say this: I do not trust him, but I picked him up and I started him because I had Ertz. So he's starting, and I don't trust him.
What happened to Zach Ertz? Is he?
He's getting traded, just so you guys know.
To who? An emergency ward?
You mean from your team or the Eagles are trading him? I think both might happen.
Yeah. Well, he is on the trade block if anybody is in my leagues.
Are you? So let's go waiver wire pickups. Mine would be. I like Jimmy Graham, and right now tight ends are kind of hard to find on the waiver wire because you have a lot of people that are getting injured and out. So I would say,
Grandpa Graham.
Yeah, I'd probably go for Jimmy Graham. If you need a tight end, grab him from the waiver wire.
He does have a ton of red zone targets. He has a ton of red zone targets, but you just need them to get down there for him to do anything.
Yeah, I picked up Graham, like I said, but it was close because I really think Olsen may get some playing time against Arizona.
Greg Olson's not a bad pickup.
Arizona is horrible against the tight end. So
you're saying pick up Greg Olsen if he's out there?
I would, like I said, that was my choice, Greg Olsen, Graham. I went Jimmy Graham. I could have easily have went Greg Olsen also.
I think another guy you can go if you really need a tight end and you're desperate is Darren Fells on the Texans. He scored twice in a row. He could be somebody you can plug in really quick.
In just a second, when we're almost done. Almost done.
I need a cup for the apple juice.
I know. I'm going to help you in just a minute. Okay, I'll be in there in just a little bit.
Yeah,
Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon.
And my other guy was Traquan Smith. Now that the other two receivers are out for the Saints, so they have to throw the ball to somebody.
Yeah, Sanders being out and now Michael Thomas being out. What are you doing with? Are you? Who else does he have to throw to? Like, are you picking up Latavius Murray now at this point? Like, where else are they?
Who do they have there? Traquan Smith?
Traquan.
And who else?
A lot of Kamara.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to start running.
Jared Cook.
Yeah, Jared Cook.
My two pickups are McKissick and Gio. With just both those, who else is there to run the ball in San Francisco? Because Wilson's now questionable.
Mostert's
out. Is Tevin Coleman still alive?
No,
I believe he's there.
Yeah, I don't think
I haven't seen him play.
Yeah.
So McKissick,
Mullins is going to be the next. Beathard is going to be the next running back lining up behind him.
But I do like your Greg Olsen, and I'm probably going to try to do that. But Travis is probably going to try to.
No, I've got
Travis in our game last week.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Was literally picking up quarterbacks just because I had Dak and I didn't have a backup.
I told you guys this.
We heard the story.
And he's just picking up. He had 3 quarterbacks on his roster, so I couldn't pick one up. Luckily, I picked up Jared Goff. He didn't do anything.
He didn't do nothing, and the whole time I was like, "This is working out for me."
No,
and then I had Frank Gore as my flex. Because I'm like, "This is how bad my team is." I got Frank Gore at my flex right now, and I benched Amari Cooper because I was tired of dealing with Amari Cooper, and he scores like 17 points.
Yeah,
Bad moves all the way around
over there.
I was Daniel Jones hard. I'm so mad. All right, last segment is Pickem. Look at the matchups. Who is your team? We're not doing upsets. You can pick an upset if you want, But who, if you haven't picked, I mean, we can't pick the big dogs. Okay, you can't pick like the obviously 5-0 teams for the undefeated teams.
I can't pick the Bills against the Jets.
Yeah, no, right, exactly. That's a lock.
You can't pick a 5-0 team if you pick Pittsburgh or Tennessee. Does that not be acceptable?
Well, you could if you're going up against Pittsburgh and Tennessee because they're both playing each other. Yeah, if you want to do that, go for it. Good point.
Just
Good
clearing
point.
things up.
I got to go back into my pick, and I thought we were doing Survivor.
I'm choosing. This is Survivor Pick'em. Same thing.
Yeah,
Well, my guy picked the Bills.
he would.
Because make it a little more.
he needs help.
Of course,
he's
the
like
Bills.
0-3. He's been.
You can't get the teams to
You can't choose the Bills every week. This isn't Mike Davis land.
I've never tried the Bills yet.
Okay, then choose the Bills
And neither
against the
have I.
Jets. Genius. I hope they lose. Okay. Who picked the Eagles last night? By the way, who picked the? I picked the Eagles.
Of course I did.
Yeah, me too. I'm picking. I'm picking Texans over Green Bay. 1-5 team over the 4-1. The reason is because I feel like Texans are starting to roll, and I feel like ever since Aaron Rodgers got hit in the end zone when he was running in, it completely changed the rest of that game.
Oh, you're picking the Texans?
Texans over Pack.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't matter. He's 0-3, so he can just pick whoever he wants.
Right.
I'm not 0-3.
He's just picking upset.
I'm not 0-3.
I'm just gonna look through and pick another upset now.
So my pick, if I'll go next, even though Mike Davis is going to score 3 touchdowns, I'm picking the Saints over Carolina.
Oh man. Saints over Carolina with the depleted offensive receiving core?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I like the Raiders over Tampa. In Oakland. No, in Las Vegas.
Ooh, I'll be there. I was going to be there for Sunday Night Football too.
You'll be there tomorrow?
On Sunday.
Sunday?
During-
Today. I'll be there today.
At
Yeah.
one now?
there?
I'm flying out at 9, like at noon actually, and I'm landing at 3. And I was expecting Sunday Night Football Las Vegas, and I'm like, you know what? Guess what's even better now?
Seahawks in Vegas.
Seahawks in Vegas, man. I got
There's
a suite at the Flamingo.
Seahawks bar in Vegas.
There is.
I'll find the name for you because we were down there for softball and the Seahawks played and we went to that bar that morning.
And it was
I'll find
awesome.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just straight Seahawks fans.
But
They
see,
had
we
the
got a
whole bar.
suite. We got a Flamingo suite. Like it's amazing. I got 5 TVs in this place. I got TVs in the bathroom. Like I'm so excited for this. I'm going to be watching the Seahawks game in every room I could possibly do it. So, who's your pick? Let's go, Kyle. What'd you say?
I said the Raiders.
Raiders.
And if not the Raiders, if they lose, we'll just cancel that pick and I'll go Chargers.
I like your style. Your freeze dropping.
Don't worry, that's what happened every week with Travis. So we're just gonna forget about the last week. Well, since you don't want to take the Bills for some reason,
The easiest pick. We're all taking the Bills.
I'll
Our minds.
I'll go Bears over Rams for my
Monday
upset.
Night Football.
Yeah,
Huh?
there
Why is that?
because I looked through the schedule and that's what I saw.
That's the last thing on my page.
Because I had the Bills in my notes.
That's awesome. All right. Any final words before we go? Thanks, by the way, everyone, for listening. Send us your questions. Send us who you want. You know, I don't know if we should go live one day and just do our picks, and everyone's going to be like, "Why do we even listen to you guys?"
Okay, kiss. I want a hug.
Oh, you can't say no now.
Get out.
How did I get into him?
You can't. I'll come out there in a little bit, though. Okay, I'll give you a hug and kiss. It's just attention. This is why you have other siblings. Anyway, send us your questions. Send us your thoughts. Make fun of us. But I feel like we so far have picked my picks other than the games to who to win. My must starts. Odell had his biggest game. Deshaun had his biggest game. I almost went Matt Stafford. It would be a must start going against the 32nd ranked passing defense. But I stuck with.
Do you still have Matt Stafford on your roster?
No, I dropped him. I didn't need him.
No.
I actually kind of wish I dropped Big Ben over him this week for sure. All right. Anything for you guys? Anything? Shout outs? You want to say anything? Thanks for listening.
I think we're good. I'd like to just give a shout out to Kyle for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great. I love being here.
All right.
Scooters. by the way, is the name of the pub.
Scooters.
Scooters.
Okay, we'll check it
Scooters
out.
Pub. If you're
Scooters
in Vegas for a Seahawks game, go to there.
And then we're going to record another episode right now after this. It's going to go later on in the week. Kyle's going to be a guest on it, and we'll go hard there. Everyone, thanks for listening. Have a great week, and go Seahawks. You can't say go Eagles. They already won.
Go Colts.
Do you have a backup team?
No, go Hawks.